Hey everyone, it's Friday. You know what that means? It's time for Nexomon. But before we get into Nexomon, I do have some things I want to go over, and I got some I'm really excited to share with you because I worked on this real hard, and in my model, I'm still deciding when to start using it. I'm not gonna be using it this weekend. I'm gonna have to think of it, but there's some stuff going on. But I'm gonna try to figure out when to start using the model because did work a lot on it. And first thing I want to show you is, if you haven't been on my Twitter, I did reveal what my model looks like, what the new version is gonna look like, and because I made a concept reference sheet, so if any of you, if you want to draw me, you can, because that's what one of the reasons I made the reference sheet for, was so you would know what what my model fully looks like. The new one. If you ever want like to see like the original reference sheet I did, or well, at least V2 of the original sheet, I'll let you see so you can work on it. And if you ever want to do anybody ever wants to do a drawing of me. But let me reveal you those who haven't seen it. Let me show you what the new model, new version of the model is going to look like. And here it is. I did this myself, and after what I did is I made rendered images of the model. I posed it and moved the camera around, got shots of it, and what I did is I arranged it all in GIMP for you guys. And then what I decided to do to make it a little bit nicer is add a little bit to make it look more like a reference sheet. Is I added a filter to it, which I think it makes the reference sheet look a lot nicer. But this is the reference sheet. The only reason I don't have, like, for example, like I only have one back reference on it is because really this is just for these three right here. It's just a reference without the goggles and mask on for you guys. But really I didn't feel like I needed to make like another back one, add another back, because really it's the back and you really don't see much of a difference. Now this version, this is the default version of it, and actually with the jacket that my model wears, I'm gonna actually have variants, color variants of the jacket. I actually have a few that I've already made. One, you guys know when I did the poll, Scarlet Nexus one, so I do have a Scarlet Nexus variant of the jacket, which I will be wearing when I start using the model and when I play Scarlet Nexus. But I have a few, but I thought what might be nice is to make a few other variants, which I will really reveal later on. But over here in the reference sheet, I put it to where you can see all the different like colors and everything. So you can just, all you have to do really is just take the thing when you're working on it, just put it here, and you'll know and it will be that color. And as you can see, there is a difference between the model I'm using right now, and if you look here, I made new horns. And actually with the way it did my model I'm using right now, most of it was done using Vroid, and I like with the horns and everything that are on the model. However, like the goggles and mask you see on the model that I'm using right now, I did this myself in Blender, and with the texturing, I used Substance Painter. Reason I decided to make an updated, revised version of my model is because while it was good, I thought it could be, since I have access to Substance Painter, I thought I could make it better, and that's what I did. And I redid a lot of the texturing that's on it. I redid a lot of this on the and what I've done is, which I found a bit of a challenge, was adding the modeling out and adding the hood. That I did that myself. In Vroid currently, they do have an option like to add like a hoodie to your model, but it's not the kind of hood. You can't really like have it to where the model can have the hood up or down. I will tell you that this hood, I don't have it where it's any shape keys on it to have it go down, because to be frankly, I don't know how I would be able to do that, considering, as you can see in these two right here, there are holes in the hood for the horns, in which I don't plan on having it to where the hood comes off anyway, because the hood is one of the main reasons I had the hood is because one game series I am a fan of is Assassin's Creed. And actually, I looked at Assassin's Creed hoods to model it out to try to make my own hood, and that's what I did. And it took some time, but after I modeled it, I made sure to line up and to get it to where the red lines would line up with the back, so it would work. With the jacket, I worked it on it. I actually, with the jacket itself, I actually got rid of the old textures that were on the jacket. The jacket, the mesh of the jacket is still the same. It's just that I did some cleaning up on it, and I redid the UV mapping, and I made it a completely new textures for it using Substance Painter, which I really enjoy using Substance Painter because the texture baking process is so good. Excuse me. And as you can see, is I also added some plates, and the way it was with the hands is I tried modeling some gloves on the hands, but the gloves, they were not, let's just say, they weren't looking too good, and not to mention they weren't bending real well. But I managed to figure out a way to make it to where make gloves on the hands. And here, these symbols here, these are alchemic symbols. I found an image of alchemic symbols, and I did put them in the colors. On here we have fire and earth, and on here we have air and water. And actually, with this, what I've done to this model is I've actually taken aspects from my original concept that I did of a previous model that I had made. However, that model, while visually it was good, I can tell you right now, hold on, I am not experienced with rigging at all, like full body characters. All reason I was able to do this with this new version is because I just used the same model. However, what I did is I went in and redid the textures. I redid the textures and added stuff on, and with the sleeves, I cut the sleeves so I could add the bracers in. And I managed to get and it wasn't hard to get those rigged because I made it to where they're rigged to the rigged to the arms. But I'm happy with how the hood came out, because that was the first time I've done weight painting, and it actually went the way I wanted it to go for the most part. But I am going to set a date of when I can use the new model. I will set a date when I start using the new model. I'm not going to do anything big or extravagant like doing 24, or like a 12-hour or 24-hour stream. I'm not going to be doing that. Though I might come up with something special to do it, because, like I said, when I got this model done, I was going to start working on setting up so I can do a stream. A 3D modeling stream. It's not going to be the gym stream, because we have to hit 50 followers before I will do that. But I thought it would be nice to do a little thing, and I know it's like Easter Sunday, but it's not going to be Sunday. But I thought what might be fun to do is model out an egg. Something simple, and something that you guys could also follow along with if you also have Blender. Because I can tell you, Blender, it's a really good program, and it's actually what I use to do a lot of the work on the new version of the model. And I would have to say, when it comes to modeling, Blender does a really good job. I've used another industry standard program, Maya, but I can tell you I'm more comfortable using Blender than I am with Maya. Oh, let me get another sip. Oh, and also another thing, I did replace the cable that was causing the crashes in the past streams. And I was happy we finally have a good stream, and let's hope we have another good stream today. but I did replace the cable, so hopefully we no longer have to suffer any crashes. And that's, but oh, and also see I have a new. There's a new follower, Salsa. Hold on, let me see. See, salsa with chips. Thank you for following. Let me just. Yeah, that should do it. But thank you again for the follow. I really do appreciate it. But not a whole lot's been on. I mainly after I just been working on the working on this reference sheet here. So not only so you guys can see what the model looks like, but also if you guys ever want to do a drawing of me, you can. And as you can see, before we get next month, let me show you what my original looks like, because I did show this when I first started streaming, but that one is kind of wasn't very good, so I really didn't save that video. I really didn't do much with that, so let me just find an image of my original concept to show you guys. Let me just get to where it is. All right, put that. It's been a while since I've had a look at that one, because a lot of stuff I usually keep in my head. Ah, here we go. Let me just okay. And this here is my original concept. As you can see, this is what I originally did for a model. This is what it was going to be. However, with this model, it was good, but there were a lot of issues, especially around in the hip area. When I try to do rigging, every time I try to lift the leg, the pants would cut through the jacket, I think. And not to mention, it really wasn't going too well with the hands. So, and I gave up on this model mainly because it was getting frustrating, because when I was doing it, I was doing the rigging in Maya, and the program kept crashing on me when I was trying to do the rigging. So, you know what, I said, you know what, forget it, I'm going to try to see if something else. And actually, when I was working on this, I discovered Vroid. And after looking at Vroid and seeing how well it is, I thought, you know what, this might be good to make a model, a character model I could work with. So that's what I did, and I'm happy I did it. And I was able to, and I decided to wait until I could get like better at modeling to add more to it. And that's what I did. And as you can see from this and my new one, I changed a lot of stuff. I changed a lot of stuff to match more with it. And I think the new version of my model I made, I think it looks really nice. And it, not to mention, it reacts better with light, because the one thing that many don't know that use Vroid is the way the people that developed Vroid, the way they have the texture set up when you put it like into Blender, the textures, they don't react to light. Like there's they don't react to light at all. They don't. And by that I mean is, like, when the light hits it, it won't, like, if something's metal, it won't be shiny. And so what I did is, practically with everything on it, I switched it over to PBR, which stands for physical based rendering. And actually, physical based rendering is what a lot of video games use today. Like, for example, Horizon Zero Dawn, that uses, they use PBR materials. Another one that, like, what I've done is, you know, a friend of mine, Chibi Kage, she plays Apex Legends. The game she plays, a lot of the texturing that was done in Substance Painter, and not to mention it uses PBR, the way it's set up is PBR, so that's why everything reacts to light. And I also have other plans for the model too. I plan to put the model into the Unreal Engine, and also I hope to upload this version if I can. I hope to upload this version of the model to VR chat so I can start using it in there. But one reason I want to use the Unreal Engine is because the thing is just so good. And actually, what they recently did, they released the Unreal Engine 5. I watched a bit of what they've done. They actually did like a Matrix thing with the Unreal Engine 5, and the lighting in it, oh my god, it was just so good. Yes, and that's actually what I want, why I want to put my model in there, because it's now more reactive to light, and there's so much I can do. I know I could do, given enough time. I could give you guys some entertainment by making some animations. Now, I don't know how I'll be able to do the dual blade, because I haven't really done a whole lot in the effects and animation department with stuff yet. So that's going to take some time to learn how to do, because I can tell you when it comes to like doing 3D like the modeling and texturing, that's not what takes that's not what takes so long. What really takes something so long, like for video games and stuff, is rendering. That's what takes a whole lot of time, because things have to go by frame, especially when you're doing an animation. The computer has to go by frame on the animation to render everything out into a complete video. And I don't know if it will have any sounds, because I also am not I'm not really proficient with sound effects, because I really don't know where to get sound effects or add them in, because I mainly just for the past 2 years I've been studying how to learn how to model. And I do want to do animations, but that's gonna take time for me to learn how to do. I have done some small animations, like with my starting soon one. That was me. I made that. And the reason, and it wasn't hard for me to do that, because all I really had to do was rotate it. But doing it with a full body character, it's a lot. It's much more complicated to do. However, I do have some assets I've gotten from the Unreal Engine, because what the Unreal Engine does is this, and this is what they do, which I really like, is that every first Tuesday of every month, they make a set. They make some of their some of the stuff they sell in the marketplace. They make it totally, absolutely free. It completely free for a limited time. And all you literally have to do is that if you have an account, is you just go, you click on click add it to the cart, or click free, and once you have it, it's yours. You don't have to pay anything for it. It's as long as you keep that account, you'll have access to it. There's no time limit or anything once you get it from the free and when it's free. And I got a lot of good assets I know I can do. Like I got some city assets, and I got a bridge asset, which I could do a bunch of bridges, because you know, I live like in a rural, kind of like a rural area. There's something about a city for like settings that really help out. And I know another place I could probably get some animations, because I know someone like did a like a Spider-Man kind of animation, like try to recreate some of the stuff in Spider-Man in a PS4 game. And I'm thinking that what I might try to do is, if I can, like if I get, I know get the guy, I can't remember his name at the moment, he made it free. I hope to maybe add it to like maybe some of the acrobatics to the model, because I think that will be fun. And I do have a close combat animation set that I got for free that I know I can easily do. Though anything with swords, I don't know if I'll be able to do it yet, because I really don't have I haven't really seen a whole lot of sword animations be free. And there's very little on dual wielding blades, which I find highly disappointing, but mainly because the reason is because dual wielding swords really isn't that very practical in an IRL sense. It's more is usually looks like you'd be effective like do media movies. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. I am gonna figure out how to do it. It's just that it takes time, and I got all the time in the world. Because I find when you take when it comes to things, I like to take my time. I don't rush because when you rush, I feel like you end up with bad results. So that's how it is. So with that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get into Nexomon? Because if I remember, I was at where I would have to go up against Grunda. Okay, so let me just go ahead and go over to it and we'll get started. And why is, I don't know why it's showing that. There we go. Let me just move this over. Okay, here we go. Load game, yes. Hey, Fire Dragon. Welcome in. My day's been going pretty well. And I just started playing Nexomon. I was talking a bit earlier on the concept of my model earlier, like the concept sheet I released, and talking about how I'm gonna have variants of the jacket. But I hope your day's been going well too, Fire Dragon. If I remember, I had to go this way. Yep. Okay, let's see. But yeah, but as I was saying, I was talking about the concept of my model and everything, how it was done, and I also showed off the original concept of my model. Not the one you would be familiar with. It was one when I had an original, way back when on a model I did before the one I'm currently using. And I need to do some healing. Homework. I know the feeling, though, to be honest, when crap, I was gonna capture it, is when it came to homework, really, before, I remember I got swamped with a lot of homework at one point. It wasn't until I moved up to Maine that it really got a lot easier on me. I really didn't have a whole lot of homework. I mean, during my senior year of high school, it was a total breeze. I'm not kidding, because literally I only had 3 classes, which was math and English, and another one which was a tech program, which was for video and editing. That took up 3 periods, and that was about it. The rest of my classes, they were study halls. But I hope you're able to get your homework done, Fire Dragon, because that's one thing I found is always good, is that you want to make sure you have good grades when you're in school, because not only do you learn a lot, but you have a sense of accomplishment. So make sure you make sure you do well on that homework. Now let's see where we're heading now, because we're heading right into where Grunda is. You know, we're almost there, almost done. Ooh. Oh, drawing classes. It's like artwork. And hey, Fire Dragon, if you ever want to practice, you can use my reference sheet to help you practice drawing. Because as you can probably have seen from my sheet, it's pretty complex. So if you ever want to go ahead and draw, because I haven't really seen a whole lot of people do artwork on my character. But one thing I really do love is I do love art and seeing how people work on their drawings. And I do plan on and like I said, I do have some variants I've already made, but they're not going to be revealed until later on down the line. The first one probably I will reveal will no doubt be the Scarlet Nexus coat, because that one is the one, because that's the one I'm going to be revealing when I do start playing Scarlet Nexus. I still haven't figured out a way to like do it on command. Probably what I will do is when I do get to add redeems is I'll add it to where I'll just have it to where when the redeem comes up, I'll switch over to a version that has the coat on of the model. That's how it's looking like it will be, which wouldn't be a problem because of the way VC face is set up. But I hope you're doing well with. I hope the drawing classes are going well. Oh, here we go. For the last time, get out of the digging site. No! What the hell is your problem? This is my dream. I am not leaving. You have got to be kidding me. Oh my god. Another kid? What the heck is going on? Get out of the digging site. I've got no time to deal with you. Someone come over here now. Yes, Overseer Jack, sir. Make yourself useful and kick these children out of my digging site. I don't want anyone near Grunda's chamber. Understood? Yes, sir. That's all right. I like to see and try, because I know that with time you'll get better. Better, Fire Dragon. That's all you can do. Like, because to tell you the truth, I tried doing I tried drawing, but I was never really good at drawing. Hold on. What? Wait a second. It's you! I must have warned the Nexolord immediately! No. No, you won't. It appears we are rejoined by fate. Hello again, my friend. Oh yeah, he's back. Remus is back, just in time to save us. But as I was saying, Fire Dragon, is I tried doing 2D art, but I was never really good at it. It wasn't until 2 years ago I discovered 3D modeling, and I, you know what I've been doing mostly for the last 2 years is I've been honing my skills, working on different modeling, and that's how I've been able to get to where I am with 3D modeling, and I still have a lot to learn about it. But one thing I did find is that with poses is looking at different like images of drawings of characters. Like, for example, you know how I did that one teaser image I did? What I did is I found an image that was kind of like in the pose I wanted, and then I just started working with it, but the way the hands were is that the swords were connecting, so what I did is I spread it out, and that's what I did. And also what I did for like hand movements is I was looking at my own hand, like on how it moved, and I would rotate the hands, the fingers, to where I needed them, because I was looking at my own hand on how it moved and how it was shaped. So that my advice is that if you may not be good at poses right now, but with time and looking at other drawings, and if I remember, I think there was I can't remember the name of the program, but I think another VTuber right now, Cabal, he used where they made it to where you can use 3D models and you can pose them in a certain angle, and then you can use that like as a basis to draw on. I've seen some people do it and it's pretty neat, but I can't remember what the name, what the program was, but it was really neat. But but I know you'll get there, Fire Dragon. I believe you can do it. If you gotten as good as you have with drawing, and you're only gonna get better as you get drawing. Like, I'm not good at drawing, but my sister, she's a lot better at hand drawing than I am. And she's been doing it on her own, and she's just gotten better over the years. I won't deny that. With drawing, she does a pretty good job. Though she doesn't do like a whole lot of humanoid, she mainly does like monsters. Like, I remember she did one of Mezuzune from Monster Hunter, and that was a pretty good one. Okay, let's see. Indeed, the Nexolord will soon break into the almighty Grunda's chamber. This is our chance to defeat him now and forever. What are you doing here, Dina? I'm an explorer. I can't help it. No reputable explorer would ever turn down a chance to see Grunda himself. You do realize this is literally the worst time to come to this place, right? We don't have the time to take this girl back to safety. Maybe she should come with us and meet the Nexolord. What, really? Time is of the essence. We can't stay here any longer. I will come with you. Overseer Hilda says you guys are unstoppable, so I have nothing to fear. She should say something else. Let's go then. There's still a long way to Grunda's chamber and the Nexolord. But Fire Dragon, I know you'll get there. Matter of time, cause you keep working at something, you'll get a lot better at it. And I don't see any way of getting past this, and I need to get rid of it. I really do like this EXP share. It helps out a lot. And there we go. There's the bridge. Mainly what Remus said is that we have no time to take Dina back to safety, and we have to and she has to come with us, and says time is of the essence, and we need to get to the chamber to stop the Nexolord. Oh, there's Ivan. Well. Well. Look who finally decided to come over. And here I thought I would have to fight the Nexolord myself. As unlikely as it seems, Araqua of the oceans failed to sink the ship with all of us. I guess that water champion isn't as mighty as she seems. She can't even play volleyball. Burn. The miners use this small camp to rest. If you need any healing or supplies, now is the moment to get them. Grunda's chamber is very close, as well as the Nexolord's. Hey, where is that burglar Willie? He's probably on his way back to the hideout. That coward. After I'm done with the Nexolord, he's next. Let's just get ready to fight the Nexolord and the Overseer now. But I don't know if you're what I said about when it comes to drawing Fire Dragon, but I know you will get better at drawing if you're taking classes and you're doing well in them. I know that you will get better at drawing. Because with making this model, I didn't get to where I was overnight. It took a lot of hard work. It's just that when it comes to 2D, it comes to like drawing